Good evening, everyone. They say artificial intelligence is shaping the future of social media, where algorithms understand our behaviors better than we do ourselves. And in fact, that's very true. So, marketing enthusiast, first of all, I wish you all a very happy social media day. Welcome to the highly awaited webinar on driving engagement on social media with the power of artificial intelligence. I am your host for this exciting event and I'm thrilled to have you all here. My name is Janki Trivedi, and on behalf of iVipnin, I am privileged to accompany you on this explorative journey into the untapped power of AI. Building upon 7 years of consecutive success, this is eighth year that iVipnin celebrates Social Media Day Gujarat. Together, let us explore endless possibilities in this era of digital revolution. So, guys, let me take a moment to introduce you all to the main organizer of this event, iVipnin. The company is the pioneer of digital marketing training and consultation in southern Gujarat. With a strong reputation built over many years, iVipnin has been at the forefront of providing comprehensive digital marketing solutions globally. iWipnin catalyzes success in helping your business grow sustainably on a global level. Now, talking about AI. AI is not a buzzword, it's a disruptive force that can potentially transform our society. Today, we are here to uncover its transformative potential for social media. Whether you are an individual looking to build a personal brand or business seeking to amplify your online presence, this is the place for you. Today, our speakers will share their insights, strategies, and practical tips on how AI can be our game changer in achieving your social media goals. And now we arrive at the heart of our event, where our esteemed speakers will share their invaluable insights on how individuals can change the momentum of social media strategies. So, for today's event, we have three speakers lined up. Allow me to introduce to the first speaker, Mrs. Mehak Chawla. Mehak is a skilled marketer with more than 6 years of experience in various marketing areas such as lead generation, social media, influencer, content marketing, email, and digital marketing. Welcome, Mehak.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very privileged and honored to be presenting here. And yeah, it's a great time, and I think it's about AI, the biggest
Yeah,
revolution. So really excited.
yeah. We are privileged to have you here.
Thank you.
Our second speaker for the day is Mr. Gautam Shelley, the founder and CEO of AI Sensi, a WhatsApp marketing platform and co-founder at Guidevilla. We welcome you, Gautam.
Hi everyone. Thanks, Janki. Thanks for the intro. Glad to be here.
Yeah. And lastly, the third speaker of the day, Mr. Bhautik Sheth. So, Mr. Bhautik Sheth was about to hold this session, but due to some uncertainties, he is not able to. So, we have Divya here to cover the place for Bhautik. Divya has 6 years of experience in CEO and web marketing. We welcome you, Divya. Okay, so wow, we actually have very profound speakers with us today. I'm already excited. So, as we begin the event, I would like to thank our esteemed partners of the event. Our associate partners are Prosmith, based in Ahmedabad, and AI Sensi, a WhatsApp marketing platform. And our other partners are SR Luthra Institute of Management, Surat, and BV Patel Institute of Management, Uka Tersaria University, Bardoli. So guys, before beginning the event, we proceed. I have few instructions for you. Please ensure that your microphone is muted throughout the session. If you have any queries, please jot them down and save them for the Q&A session we are going to have, or you can also submit your questions in the comment box. Additionally, we encourage you all to stay connected until the end to receive a participation certificate. Yeah, these will be awarded exclusively to those who remain with us until the end of the event. So, without any more delays, let's commence our session. I would like to throw a light on our first speaker, Mrs. Mehak Chawla. She possesses in depth understanding of inbound and outbound sales funnel. With a proven track record of developing and executing successful marketing strategies, she has driven business growth and generated value for her clients and organizations. Currently, she is contributing her expertise in VDO AI, where she is focused on driving the organization's marketing initiatives to success. Mahik will enlighten us on the topic of intersection of AI, social media, and advertising. Okay, over to you, Mahek.
Thank you so much, Janki. Once again, I'm very, very honored to be here talking about something that my company also stands for, which is AI, and how marketing, advertising, and social media together are under the radar of AI, and how are they actually benefiting from it. Before I kind of start the session, I would just share my screen for everybody to participate and make this more interactive. So before we start, this is very essential for me to introduce myself to you. So while Janki has extensively provided you information about my work and how have I been contributing in the marketing and advertising segment, I think I should also let you know that AI has been a driving force for the company that I work in, which is Video.ai. And we stand for innovation, we stand for creativity, we stand for AI, and we stand for building a future that is built on transparency, privacy, and something that we call as brand safety. While I introduce these words to you later in the segment, I think this will give you a little bit overview of the session that we have today, which is we will talk about, we'll touch points, we'll touch some points on AI, we'll touch some points on advertising, we'll see the significant impact of AI in general, some case studies, how brands leveraging AI in general, and some opportunities that we have further lined up for the future. Without further ado, I'll quickly introduce you some rules of the session. I would love for everybody to participate, be very, very active, be respectful while engaging in the comments, and also just sit back, absorb the content that I have for you, reflect, and then see how you can utilize that information in the brands that you have been working for, or if you're starting afresh, you are at the right place. So anywhere when I start a session, I think I start with a question, something that will put our thinking caps on and it will make us contemplate on certain different aspects of AI or any other topic for that matter. But since we are talking about AI, advertising, social media, this question is for you. So please feel free to put down your comments, put down the answers in the comments, and let's just think and solve this dilemma that we have in front of us today. So imagine you work for an advertising platform that really heavily relies on targeted advertising algorithms to deliver personalized ads to the users. These algorithms analyze data, including browser history, social media activities, demographic information, and also what type of relevant ads to show to the user. But recently there have been concerns regarding privacy, ethical implications, and also how has this been affecting our daily day-to-day lives. So think and discuss. If you're sitting with a partner, if you're in office, discuss with your colleague, or if you're at home, just discuss and reflect. Which option would you now choose? Would you continue leveraging the AI algorithms, or prioritize user safety and shoo away the AI? So whenever you think about these questions, uh, about this question, just think about these 4 points, which is ethical implications, user experience, your business revenue, and long-term suitability and sustainability. So I'll give you 2-3 minutes. I'll wait for the comments to start pouring in, and then we can discuss about this dilemma in depth. While it's a huge question that a lot of business owners and a lot of budding marketers might be thinking about, I think just hold on to this question and we'll quickly run through the presentation that I have for you, and then we can revisit this question, because at the end of this session, I'm sure that you're going to start thinking about this and probably have some potential answers for yourself as well. So I don't want to guide you right now. Probably we can come back to this later. But yeah, whatever thoughts that you have in your mind currently, just hold on to that, because I'm sure it's going to change a bit. So, while we talk about AI so much, what is AI in general? It's something that people have been asking me since a lot of time, and I think by going by Google or going by Wikipedia, AI refers to simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and learn like humans. So it's a question that I have for you. So if AI can actually think and learn like humans, why are humans depending on AI so much? Why, if it is built by humans to serve humans, I mean, don't you think that it's a little bit of contemplating questions that that we should have for ourselves whenever we think of this question, like, will AI replace humans' intelligence? It's something that we're going to discuss later on as well. So, but why AI? Why humans designed AI in general? I mean, what 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 actually made them realize the impact of AI? The thing was that we heavily emphasized on humans, we heavily focused on humans, and it obviously anything related to human will take time. It'll be a little bit of, it'll cost us more, it'll demand more time, it'll make us invest a lot of our skills, our minds. So that's why AI came into the picture. We wanted, the world wanted easier, way out of problems. They wanted quicker results, they wanted efficient results, they wanted cost efficiency. That's why AI was born. And now currently AI has been serving in various industries. These five are the biggest industries: healthcare, media, advertising, finance, transportations, and manufacturing. In healthcare, while I know it's not precisely the topic that we're talking about, but I think it's very essential whenever we are speaking about AI to touch upon these industries as well. In healthcare, AI is enabling us to get our reports a little quicker, in a more efficient manner. While humans are prone to make mistakes, AI is there to resolve them and give you better reports. In media and advertising, you can now target the users that you want sitting at your home. Even if it's in Canada, even if it's in UK, you can sit and target, and also know what is actually making them click on an ad. What's the logic behind it? AI is there to help you out with it. In finance, AI is helping bankers, AI is helping our investments to be happening on a very cost efficient and more conducive manner. Transportation, our policemen, our government is heavily emphasizing on the effects of AI so that they can track how many people are actually breaking traffic rules. In terms of making, automobiles, AI is also playing a very important role there, because this is the time when manufacturers like Tesla are actually using AI to make sure that their cars are in the right direction, or probably in the direction that humans actually want them to be. In manufacturing, AI is governing the mechanism of machines. They know how AI will help them manufacture better goods, better retails, and God knows, better cost as well. So this is why AI is really driving the entire world at this point in time. As we move forward, we should now really emphasize and think about how AI is powering social media algorithms. Right now, do you know Facebook and other social media platforms, and also YouTube, are heavily emphasizing on AI powered algorithms? They are actually using it in real times, and we didn't even know it. So how are we actually bridging this? How are we actually helping come out of this? Or if not, I think we are just going with the flow. We are also part of this 4.2 billion active social media users worldwide. We are also powering these platforms to get a hang of us. And also, I think it's not just us. I think it's also about our habits, about user behavior. It's also about what type of content are we consuming. And that is why, according to Statista, 59% of global consumers want personalized recommendations. At this point in time, if I'm watching a video on, say, some shoes. I wouldn't be wanting an ad of watch to pop up. I would want something related to a shoe or a sandal or a footwear to pop up so that I can actually click on it and probably just gauge my interest. This is why our consumption patterns are also driving AI and social media algorithms in general. Facebook algorithms has more than 1 lakh factors so that in place so that we get our personalized news feed or personalized Facebook feed that could actually help Facebook generate more than 6% increase in user engagement. It's only because we are demanding personalizations, we are demanding customization, we want content to be suiting our needs. That's why, and that's where AI plays a very heavy role. Also, there's a study by Adweek. It's a really nice publication in the US. If you have not really been following it, do follow it. So it's a study by Adweek which says that if you get content which is very targeted to a user, the user is supposed to click on it more than 2 to 3 times. That means that if you happen to see an ad of a footwear by a brand called Bata, probably 2 days later, if you watch a ad of Liberty, also you are likely to click on that as well. That's because the algorithm knows your interest. They know your browser history. They know where are you tapping your digital footprint on, and that's why AI is something that is driving us also to be just going with the flow. And a report by Accenture says that 75% of consumers are likely to purchase a brand that provides them personalized recommendations. For example, if you're watching Netflix, you would be seeing different recommendations of the movies based on what you have watched. That is how Netflix also leverage AI in their own digital streaming platforms. And YouTube recommendation algorithm is also AI powered. They know what are you watching so that they're going to recommend content based on that. So that's how AI is governing us on all of these social media platforms, and we didn't even know about it. So I think it's time for us to even think on how we can leverage this AI algorithm for our own brand. And when we talk about advertising and AI, while we just touched upon social media as a major uh, platform, I think we should also leverage AI in terms of advertising, where all AI is tapping into in terms of advertising market, what all advertisers are actually expecting out of AI. So cut short, I think you can read everything that I've written on the screen. But just cutting it short, AI in general is the future of advertising, wherein you can actually tap into the data points, the insights, and also do creative dynamic optimizations. What are these words? These words are simple, but they look complicated. So basically, if you're running an ad on any social media platform or any other Google search platform, what does AI do is AI provides you insights that you have never actually seen before. For example, your social media interactions, your browsing history, and your purchasing patterns. It could be that probably I am a shopper who just tries to just scroll around and not buy anything. Probably I would then get ads related to brand awareness. But if I am a shopper who loves to also do hefty shopping, then probably I'm going to see ads that are related to getting maximizing clicks or probably lead generation. So that's how AI is empowering these search engines or these advertising platforms to actually get the best out of user. And that's how these platforms are also getting paid. And when we talk about creative optimizations, all these AI driven platforms, what they do is they provide the best uh, creative or best ad to the user basis on the historical patterns. For example, if you have if you have an ad of a shoe, and that shoe has been worn by a woman versus a shoe which has been worn by a man, and if you run both of these ads together, AI will determine which ad is performing better, and that ad will be shown more to the users who are prone on getting that on clicking on that ad. So that is how AI and advertising are interlinked, and that is how they are actually governing the entire advertising landscape. And also I think it's very essential for us to know which are these platforms that leverage AI. To give you an overview about it, I will go to my next slide. which is there are a lot of AI driven platforms, but these are the top four. One is obviously Google responsive search ads. Second is Facebook automated ad creation and Adobe advertising cloud. And then there are ad tech platforms like video.ai. I'll quickly brief about to you all about this. First, when we talk about Google responsive search ads, it's something that I just talked to you about it. Google will actually choose the best performing search ad for you, and that's gonna run like a viral ad, and that's how the brands, the advertisers are most likely to get benefit out of it. Facebook automated ad creation is a great AI powered tool that has been introduced by Meta in its recent development, which will actually ensure that whatever ads that you are making, if you do not have a creative, you actually get to choose from Facebook's algorithms or Facebook's AI images, and also integrate that. And they are going to give you suggestions on headlines, on descriptions, on budget, and also on the bid strategy. So all of this was not really in place back 2 to 3 years back, and it is now introduced based on AI driven algorithms. Adobe Advertising Cloud is also it's very similar to Google and Facebook. It will give you suggestions, it will give you strategies, it will give you what's the bidding strategy, it will give you the type of creator that will work better, and also it'll give you a blank space or a canvas to actually put your creators and start making something on your own if you're a creative person, definitely. Or else you can leverage these AI driven platforms as well. Then big ad tech companies also play a very very heavy role in AI. The company which is video.ai, it actually helps users or brands to actually target their segment or the audience basis on AI algorithms. What is AI algorithm? AI algorithm is nothing but something which is already designed by humans based on historical patterns, or something that we already have gathered in terms of first party data, second party data, third party data. And that's how we curate this AI algorithms, so that the brands actually get the maximum benefit out of it. So for example, if a brand comes to me and say that, hey Mehak, I want to advertise on only the platforms which are food centric, or probably which has most number of food enthusiasts or foodies. So can you do that for me? And I'll be like, I can't do that, but AI can do that for you. So that's how trustworthy and that's how beneficial and cost efficient AI is. So video.ai as a platform is AI driven platform that actually helps advertisers connect to the user in the most personalized and customized manner. So for example, if I am a user in India, I am going to see an ad which is based on probably my culture, which is say, or probably in Hindi. If I am somebody who is in Canada, I might be seeing it in a different language altogether. So Canada has two native speaking audiences, which is one is French and one is English. So probably if I'm sitting in Canada and I would be wanting to advertise my brand, which is say McDonald's, I would be probably advertising in French in one area and in English in the other area, and probably my food menu will also be different. So AI is the one who's going to determine which menu to be serving, which menu has to be shown on an ad in which country or in which area. I don't have to do the hefty working. I don't want to do the heavy lifting here. So it's AI who's going to do that for me. And even the creatives, for that matter, creatives are also something that AI in general can do that for you. In the next slides, I'm going to also show you how Coca-Cola actually made an entire ad, not shooting anything, but only just typing and curating it using AI. Moving further, we also can't miss out on AI's benefit when we talk about insights, data, and analytics. What does AI have to do when we talk about analytics? So it helps you segment your audience better. It helps you define your audience better. It helps you define your audience personas better. It also helps you gauge the interest, the behaviors, the digital footprint of your users in a much more better manner. It also helps you do a sentimental analysis of your brand. What is that? it's nothing, but it's just how people are feeling about your brand. If for example, if Zomato puts up an ad, how are people reacting to it? AI helps us determine the sentiment analysis on a scale of 0 to 1. 1 is the highest, which is happiest. 0 is the one which is obviously despair. So that's how also, while audience segmentation, audience insights can work both on social media and advertising segment, brand sentiment and sentiment analysis and brand monitoring is really driven on social media lately. There are good brands and various brands who do that. One is Silver Push, and other one is Video AI, who's going to help you out monitor your brand better. When we talk about data processing and analysis, AI is also powering that up for you in terms of giving you engagement metrics, giving you campaign metrics, and giving you campaign performance, so that you can actually, get some insights or data points to actually make your further campaigns or future campaigns much more lucrative for your brand. So I think that AI is actually ruling. It's just that we didn't know that it's powered by AI until now. Or probably if you were reading about it earlier, you must be knowing till now. Other thing that is actually really leading the market is predictive analytics, which is actually been you know taken by a lot of brands, especially big brands like McDonald's, and NBA as well. So, what does predictive analytics mean in social media or in advertising? It's just nothing. So AI just collates all your data that you have had from your past campaigns or from your social media campaigns or from your social media pages, and it actually creates a forecast model or a forecast outcome of, if you go on the same page or the same on the same speed, then what's going to happen 5 6 years down the line. So, and if you're not happy with that outcome, probably change your strategy, probably change your advertising strategy, change your social media strategy. And if you're okay with it, then at least it'll give you a sense of relief that you're on the right track. So AI in that sense is going to give you a future lookout of something that you have not really known. So that's how driven, or that's how evolved AI in general is. Recently, I was actually discovering AI on LinkedIn. Whenever you are on your LinkedIn feed, just try to explore that. If you go to your LinkedIn profile, it will show you an option of um, em- emphasize or redesign your profile. And if you click on it, it will suggest you better copies on your LinkedIn, better bio description, better headline description, basically anything and everything revolving around content, optimized better for LinkedIn, curated by LinkedIn, of course, and leveraging AI in totality. Other example of AI that you must be also seeing lately is ChatGPT. I'm sure that you all are familiar with it. We all use it. It's just that um, it has its own pros and cons, but I think in general, AI has taken a whole amount of revolution in India. When ChatGPT got introduced, we had a lot of AI driven tools before it as well, but I think ChatGPT just gave us a breakthrough, and now that's when we are talking about AI. And there are a lot of other creative platforms as well, which help you generate images, generate videos, and generate motion graphics on just writing a text. So if you just write a smiling lady, it'll just make a visual of a lady smiling. So that's how AI is evolving, and that's how in social media also it'll save your time when you're doing social media marketing. So yeah. So, like I told you about, I'm going to show you some videos that will be AI generated ad and other campaigns that that have taken place earlier. So, I'm just playing this ad, and now just see with the vision that it's not AI generated. It's something that you are seeing for the first time. You're not going to tell the difference at all.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop 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 coming and they don't stop.
So it was really interesting when I first saw it. I was really impressed by the way that how these people have been created, the bottles have been created, and it was not human effort at all. It was just a code or an English text that they have written, and that's how this ad was created. It has no real people, no real bottles, just plain AI. Other ad that I have for you is by Coke, by Coca Cola. Just experience this. This called Stable Diffusion AI. It's very different than the other one, but it's really interesting as well. So just have a look. Yeah. So when I first saw this ad, I was like, I'm pretty sure that it's VFX, or if it's something that has been probably designed by people sitting at their creative studios. And I was wrong. There is only one person which is real in this entire video, the one that is sitting and had the bottle, the Coke bottle at the end of the entire ad. The entire other scenes have been AI formed. It's nothing real. It's only stable diffusion AI, which is nothing but text to video AI. And but the difference here is that there is one real person and everything is evolving around him, and that's how he got a bottle of Coke. And even the images that you see that were actually creating a 3D effect in the background, those were all AI designed. It's nothing designed by humans. It's just written by humans and produced by an AI. It's just that both of the videos that I showed you, the earlier one had a different AI tool that they leveraged. This one's different. So the other one that I saw, the first one that we saw, was a free tool. You can actually go and check that out as well. It's a great tool. You can put in whatever amount of images or videos that you would wish to curate. Just write it down as comprehensively as possible, and the AI is going to do that work for you. So yeah. And the other one is Netflix. I think I spoke about it earlier in the session when we talk about how Netflix algorithms actually govern what we are watching. So based on your watch history, Netflix algorithm actually collates all the database of videos that they have and actually suggest or recommend you the ones that you're most likely to click on to increase your watch time. And actually, because you're actually watching, you're streaming, Netflix as a platform is actually monetizing over it because, hey, you're paying for the subscription. And it is estimated that because of this recommendation algorithm, the company says $1 billion annually. That's a huge amount of money, only possible because of AI revolution that has been taking place. And next time you watch Netflix, just do see if whatever that you are watching actually is something that you really want to watch. If not, probably watch something else, and Netflix is going to do their level best to provide you the content that they feel or the AI feels is best suited for you. So that's how AI is actually positioned in so many ways in our lives. Talking about future trends and opportunities, I think we have covered most of them, but I think few of them are still in the development stages. When I say chat GPT, I also mean that chat GPT's competitors are also underway. So I'm pretty sure that chat GPT will no longer just be a text AI tool. I'm sure that it will transform into designing, it will transform into PPT generation, it will transform into creatives, it will transform into something that probably other competitors are fighting for, which is AI driven technologies to help people minimize time, maximize efficiency. So, talking about future and opportunities, one of them, I think I've written most of them, but I think I would also invite anybody in the comments or anybody who would like to unmute themselves to talk about what they think AI for us in future will be. Because I'm pretty sure when we were very young, we used to think that in 2020 there will be flying cars. We were very, very opportunistic. We were very, very creative in our thinking. So if you feel that there will be a revolution by AI and if you want something to happen, just put down your comments. But in general, if I talk about, opportunities that are lined up for us, it's immense. And if you're going to say that, will AI replace humans? My answer is no, because AI is something that will give you results, but you require somebody to monitor them. You require human intelligence behind it. You require humans to monitor, to actually support it, and actually present it. If there will be no humans, AI will no longer exist. So I think if we think that AI will rule the world, definitely it will, but it will rule the world with people, because there's no AI without people. So whatever influencer marketing optimization few trends that we have, we require people for that. AI is gonna always be there to back you up with trends, with data points, with uh, amazing tat. But it's you who's gonna do the work. So it's very essential for us to always keep ourselves acquainted and abreast with the AI developments, and also keep on, you know, uh, developing the zeal to learn about it. Because if you are not going to learn about future trends, opportunities, you're going to actually take a step back and leave behind whatever that's left for you. So just quickly, just going to skim through it. What are the challenges? Something that we spoke about in the dilemma, which was privacy. And I could see that somebody in the comments has written that they would choose privacy rather than AI. And I think it's highly debatable. And I also would feel that obviously user privacy would play a major role. But I think AI is here to stay. It's just that what type of AI are we leveraging for what type of work? So probably in future, or I think as we talk, there is an AI which is under development, or a tool that is under development to actually cure the privacy conflicts that we have currently. um, there can be ethical consideration, like we talked about privacy, security, but the way out of it currently is that we can heavily emphasize on GDPR regulations, and also think about how can human intervene when we talk about AI. So yeah, so wrapping up, this is all we discussed. If you have any questions, I know that I'm running out of time, and if there's any questions that you have for us, please put them in the comments, or you can also send us via other comment section that you have, probably YouTube or on LinkedIn if you're watching, and we will answer that for you. So here are my contact details in case somebody would want to get in touch with me or ask me these questions in person. I'm there to help you out with it. And once again, thank you so much for your active participation. Praveen, I think you and I can connect in person as well. I know that everybody is after me that we are running out of time, and I don't want to take anybody else's time. But yeah, where can we start? SMM is something that I can discuss in person with you. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody for their participation. It was really great to present my thoughts on AI.
So, Mahek, I would like to add that from everything you showed, the best, like one of the best thing I loved was the Coca-Cola ad.
I am sure, because I also loved it.
It almost gave me a feeling of like teeny tiny feeling of Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
sure.
is running and climbing, and yeah, so
Yeah,
it was great. And to describe your presentation in just one word, that would be lucrative. I mean,
thank
you
you.
have touched, and you have touched the best part, which people want to hear. कि AI हमारी job तो नहीं खा जाएगा ना?
I think this was a question that I was hearing for so long. And for your information, this PPT was developed using 2, 3 AI tools. And I wanted to tell you this in the end so that you also get a hang that, while we are the one who is doing everything, but AI is
Yeah,
also there to support us. So, yeah, I
yeah.
mean, nobody is going to cover up for your jobs.
Right, right, definitely. We have to leverage AI and we have to work with AI. That is the ultimate objective.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So thank you, Mahek, for your precious time, and it was really great having you. And you
same here.
have really provided great insights, and we learned a lot from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We have already learned that the power of AI, and now it's the time to understand that how do we implement that AI? How do we actually utilize that power into WhatsApp engagement for our businesses to grow? So, moving forward, I would like to introduce our second speaker of the day, Mr. Gautam Shelley, the founder and CEO of AI Sensi. With his extensive experience and background as the co founder at Guidevilla, Mr. Shelley has played a crucial role in enabling businesses such as Skullcandy, Vivo, PhysicsWala, and many others to leverage the power of AI Sensi to enhance their WhatsApp engagement. Today, he will enlighten us with an insightful presentation on transforming engagement to conversion through WhatsApp chatbot. Over to you, Gautam.
Hi everyone. Thanks a lot, Janki, for the wonderful introduction. I hope everyone can hear me very clearly, right? So I'll be sharing some tips and tricks what you can do today for WhatsApp, how you can actually grow your business on WhatsApp, how you can actually acquire more users on WhatsApp, how you can actually grow your business on WhatsApp, and how you can retain your customers via WhatsApp marketing. You all might have heard that WhatsApp marketing is the new email marketing in a sense, because WhatsApp has really good open rates and click rates. So WhatsApp has almost 80% to 90% of open rates and around 20 to 30% of click rates, which is almost 10 times of email marketing. And I would just like to start my presentation. So yeah, I'll share you some strategies. We empower today 5,000 plus businesses across 26 countries. We do almost 200 million plus WhatsApp messages till now. And ASNC is a Meta business partner. So we are one of the top global 80 companies who only 80 companies in the world have access to the WhatsApp business API. In India, this is just 20 or somewhere. Amongst that, AISNC is one of the Meta business partners, and we empower more than 5,000 plus businesses, including Vivo, Skullcandy, SIUK, Rento Mojo, Costco. All of these businesses are also line our clientele. And we keep doing multiple events, in Gurgaon, in Surat, in Ahmedabad, in Mumbai, in Meta offices, on and off, to help people and businesses, drive WhatsApp engagement. Moving on further, I'll be talking majorly about acquisition, growth, retention. I'll split my dialogue into three halves. That is acquisition on WhatsApp, growth on WhatsApp, retention on WhatsApp, and let's go. I'll keep it a bit in a bit speedy manner so that you can just get quick insights. I'll try to get you this PDF by the end of this session, and also I'll show you the platform in 5 minutes later on in this session. So that is how I'm going to take you. So yeah, so as an acquisition channel, if I call WhatsApp as an acquisition channel, the first way what you should do, and everything what I'm going to talk is very actionable, you can just go and get started right away also, right? So the first thing you should actually do is you need to collect leads. Acquisition means collecting leads on WhatsApp. The best part about WhatsApp is that when someone messages you on your number, The best part about the WhatsApp Business API is that you get their number and you get their name. So you automatically generate a lead without them even submitting their information, because they're starting a chat. They are not, kind of, submitting or filling up a form. So now the first thing is, user clicks the button on your website, and user basically, like you can see, this is the website of NMIMS. They have a website widget of WhatsApp, and they generate almost 800 to 1000 organic leads daily by just this button based widget, right? So you just send the message on WhatsApp, they click on the WhatsApp button, and leads get generated for your business. Moving on further, next, what you should do is you can generate QR codes and links. So you should definitely do this also. You should have your WhatsApp QR codes. So you can do this via the agency platform. This is free of cost actually. We have tools for all of this. But the whole point is that once you install this QR code on your, on your promotional material, on your packaging, on your social media, so you again, it's an inbound lead generation for you. So that is something you can do. Like, this is Philips Machine Tools. They run their trade fair, trade shows and everything around, WhatsApp QR code, and they have a product that has, almost a value of 10 lakh rupees, and they get a lot of leads via these WhatsApp QR codes. So that is something what they do, right? Again, you can generate this very seamlessly. Third is WhatsApp links. So now WhatsApp links are really helpful, because again, you can share these links across your email footers, in your, messaging, all of the messaging that you're doing on social media platforms, and you can send them very seamlessly, so that you again start getting leads, right? The fourth and the most important thing, and the newest thing that has come up today, is click to WhatsApp ads, right? So you can run an ad on Facebook and Google, that basically, when someone clicks on it, they directly land on WhatsApp. And majorly on Facebook and Instagram, when you run this ad, you drive almost 5 times more leads than any other ads. And this is very much comes through our own experience, right? We have people who have spent more than 25 lakh rupees on ads, and they are getting amazing results, which is 3 to 5x lead generation and 2x conversions using click to WhatsApp ads. So definitely do try out and do a lot of budget for click to WhatsApp ads. So like Live Long Wealth is a company that is one of our clients. They drive a good number of leads via click to WhatsApp ads, and they spend lakhs of rupees in click to WhatsApp ads. What they further do is they have a chatbot also, which they have installed for click to WhatsApp ads for further conversion and qualification. So now, once you start the journey with click to WhatsApp ad, you can have a chatbot in place which can answer the questions and which can actually qualify your customer, right? Once the qualification is done, then you have a set of leads which your sales team can actually go and convert, or you actually know that you can broadcast to them and you can convert them. So yeah, click to WhatsApp ads can also be done via the agency platform. So you can create ads via the agency platform. We have a native integration. Actually, this integration has only been developed by one partner of WhatsApp, and that is us. Since these APIs are slightly tough to crack and there's a lot of hassle, so we took some time and we just build this experience for SMBs, where they don't need to haggle around with the Facebook Ads Manager. If you can run ads, click to WhatsApp ads via the Facebook Ads Manager or via the agency platform also. One good thing that we noticed was Happy Credit was doing this thing called missed call automation. So you see a lot of brands just post their mobile numbers on billboards, right? And on their promotional material that is offline. So once you're doing your mobile number thing and you're asking people to send a missed call, what you can do is, whenever someone raises a missed call to that number, to that to your business number, you can actually send them an automated message. Okay, thanks for your interest. You can download the app now or something. In this manner, you actually try to build a repo first, and then you try to convert them, right? So WhatsApp marketing is not about just sending spammy messages or just sending offer messages every day. It is more like building a community around on WhatsApp, which opens up your message whenever you send them a message actually. So yeah, next is the growth channel. Growth is more about pushing offer messages, right? uh, we definitely know that the open rates of WhatsApp are 95 to 98%. Now they have dropped to somewhere around 85 to 90%. But yeah, still very good channel for your promotional messaging. People drive you know you know crores of revenue using agency platform. So we have seen that we usually, for any business, whenever they start with WhatsApp marketing, they drive 25 to 60% revenue. I'll give you a small example. Let's suppose you broadcast a message to 1,000 people, and this is a marketing message which is 81 paisa, right? So if you broadcast a message to 1,000 people, right, now this is you're gonna pay around 810 rupees somewhere out for that, right? Let's suppose you get an open rate of 80%, a click rate of 20%. Okay. Now for 800 rupees, you got a click rate of 20%. That was around 200 people, right? Let's suppose you have a product of 100 rupees, right? Very basic. I'm taking very basic examples, right? So now let's suppose the number of people who are buying is almost 15%, or let's say 10%. I'm just bringing it even more down. Worst case scenarios, right? Worst case, this is gonna happen. 100 rupees ka product, 100 people are clicking, right? So now 10,000 rupees you get instantly of just 810 rupees that you spent. That is bare minimum. And this can go to even 1 lakh rupees if you have a higher product, your product is at a higher charge, or more people are clicking up and everything. So that is what we need to understand. Any day you're gonna get 10x return, any day, right? So, and like Skull Candy drives 150 times ROI on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is a very crucial channel today because we have time. It's very nascent, it's very new, and you got time with it, right? And so the click rates are higher, the open rates are higher. Like Rento Mojo increased their sales by 12% by just sharing exclusive offers. And definitely now we see Diwali is coming up. Once July starts up, your 15th August, your Diwali, and everything kind of comes into play, right? So that is what it is, right? Moving on further, let's go to abandoned cart. This is one strategy that has been working really good for e-commerce brands, but this can be applied to other industries also, right? This has been really going good for e-commerce brands also. The strategy is very simple. Whenever someone lands on your buying out page and they drop off, you can just shoot them a WhatsApp message, and basically they'll get converted very soon, because this is very high intent leads. The same can be in education and fintech industry if you have multi-step forms. Now, what happens in multi-step form is there is a drop percentage. But if you know that which person dropped at which step, you can actually then get back to them, and you can drop them a WhatsApp message for them. And it really works well because the intent was very high, and Skull Candy drives almost 25% revenue, 33% revenue, via this abandoned cart rate. So the recovery rate is 33%, and the revenue is almost 25%, which they drive using abandoned cart messages. Moving on further, so Shopify and WooCommerce, you can set up, if you are on Shopify and WooCommerce, you can just set up these flows. There are multiple flows around order confirmation, order cancellation, abandoned cart, COD recovery, order reordering, order feedback. All of these flows are pre-maintained out there, and you can just set up these flows very seamlessly. Like Superfood, repeat purchases has doubled by sending the right message at the right time, right? So order cancellation on COD reduced by 75%, abandoned cart increased by 30%, recovery increased by 30%. So it's very simple, right? See, there is one bottom line to this thing, that if you are sending the right message to the right person at the right time, right, you're definitely gonna get really good results on WhatsApp. It'll all come down to what is the target audience, what message are you sending them, and at what time are you sending them, right? So that is what is very important. And then there is retargeting. Now, retargeting is basically saying that I know their behavior. Let's suppose I broadcasted you a message and you clicked on my get discount or join now or interested thing, and now I know that, okay, this was the person who has clicked on interested and not yet taken any further step, or this was the person who has read but not clicked on this was the person who the message was delivered but they have not even read it, right? So when we have that clear segregation, so this is also something that is very seamlessly easily available. You can see that I'll be showing you that also. So once you know whom are you targeting and you know their previous behavior, you can retarget in a very smart manner. And I personally believe in retargeting because I know that once I know who is doing what, now it becomes easier to market them, right? I know if someone has clicked and they have not bought, I'll message them with something different. If someone has read and not clicked, I will message them with something different. Like in this first example, you can see we can send a quick reply message. Are you interested or are you not interested? If someone types interested, now either you can have a chatbot, or you can have a sales team, or you can have a retargeting second message. We can broadcast them a second message very seamlessly for your next steps. So yeah, this saw 35% hike in the show up rate once they started sending these retargeting messages. Like when we do webinars, we get a show up rate of 70%, just because of WhatsApp messaging, right? Just because of WhatsApp marketing. If there's sometimes what happens is the flows, if there is a new webinar and the flow is not set up and we send an email and the WhatsApp doesn't go through, the show up rate is not there, then we broadcast very instantly and it goes through by the way. So you'll not get blocked by this whole methodology. This is very official APIs. This is nothing bypassing. This is not bulk messaging. This is basically going via the official APIs actually. Moving on further, you can retarget it in very simple steps. You can see this is the platform. You can actually see what kind of users were there, who clicked, who didn't click, and all of that. And you can see the audience also, who was interested, who was not interested, and you can just retarget them very seamlessly from the platform itself. I'll be showing you the platform, so don't worry. So yeah. Moving further, next is WhatsApp Cart has now come up, right? WhatsApp Cart is a new feature that WhatsApp has rolled out. You can actually build catalogs and carts, and you can start selling on WhatsApp. This is something really new, and you should definitely try it out. Next is you can create catalogs, you can build flows, you can build chatbot flows very seamlessly using the SNC platform, and you can just do it. Moving on further, let's go to the retention channel. Retention basically means that now you have some acquired customers. You need to grow your average revenue per user. You need to grow the transaction from the existing user base. You need to retain them. You need to bring them back, and you need to have them buy again. Let's suppose you're selling a shampoo, right? Once you're selling a shampoo, you know that this shampoo will go out in 30 days. So if you send them a reorder message or a slight offer after 25 days, they are more likely to buy. And this is the first thing that you should actually try to retain a customer. You should send them the right message again at the right time, to the right person. Next is a feedback message. See, it's not always about trying to sell anything. If you're taking feedbacks, if you're sending order delivery notification, India is a very fearful country in a sense, right? If I order something from Myntra and I don't get a message, SMS or WhatsApp, I'm scared that if my order has been really booked or not, right? So and this happens with everyone, right? Everyone wants security in terms of their online buying, right? And if you're Myntra, it might work because you have an app and you have everything. But if you're not Myntra, then you need to give additional layers of security to the customer and additional layers of trust to the customer. And that is where this retention channel comes into play, right? You send a feedback message, you ask them for the right feedback, you send them delivery notifications and all of it. Like transactional messaging, right? So you send them the right message that your order has been delivered, your transaction has been completed, thank you for enrolling. All of these messages are very important because it's communication, right? It's like friendship. In friendship, you whenever you drop someone or someone goes home, you just text them and ask that have you reached home safely. It's like acting like that friend for a customer. So yeah, I think I've covered almost everything in the retention, growth, and acquisition channel. I'll quickly take you through the platform, not take too much of your time, just 5 minutes more, and I'll just take you to the platform. So yeah, this is the ICNC platform. There are multiple features. There's live chat. In live chat, you can have chatbots, you can have requesting. So the active column is basically for all those chats who are actually those users who are talking to the chatbot. Now, once the chatbot is stuck, these are the chats where the chatbot is not able to answer the questions. Hence, it goes to the requesting section, basically where your customer support agents can take over the chat. And intervened is basically saying that okay, these are the chats that I have intervened or someone else has intervened. So if I can see, I can just intervene any chat whichever I like. I can say okay, this is the chat I'll just refresh this. So yeah. You go to requesting, I can go to Yash and I can click on intervene and I can actually intervene this chat. So once I intervene this chat, I can send some pre-made messages. Hi, how can I help you? All of that. Furthermore, I can add some tags. I can see some attributes. Using these attributes and tag, I can segregate this audience, right? Once I segregate this audience, I can actually broadcast them messages. I can see all the campaigns that have been sent to these users, right? I can transfer these chats to my different agents. I can see that which team members are online, which team members are not online. If I'm a manager, I can actually see chats intervened by other people also, and I can actually take over those chats if I wish to. And I can see the whole customer journey of this user. When was the chat intervened? When was it tag marked? All of it very seamlessly, very clearly here itself. So this is what the live chat dashboard looks like. Move on further to contacts page. I can import contacts via CSV. I can add contacts one by one. All of that can be done very seamlessly. I can furthermore filter out contacts. I can say okay, the tag was, let's suppose, something else. You can say tag was 30 June demo. I can click on apply. I can choose all of them and I can just broadcast a message to them very neatly from here itself. I can choose some template message and I can also enable click tracking. So all of this click using this click tracking is enabled on this template. I can choose a message. I can choose some attributes. I can choose their name and I can just configure this message and I can just broadcast this message to these users. I can also schedule these messages very seamlessly from here itself. Once I go to campaigns, I can actually see what was the status of my campaigns, how many people did click this campaign, how many times did they click. So I can see that Nathan clicked this campaign for 8 times, right? So this is how I can actually see the analytics very cleanly, very deeply. Next, I can run click to WhatsApp ads from here itself. So I can see multiple ads, I can create multiple ads, I can get all the leads in there in these campaigns, and I can just broadcast them again, or I can have flows. Flows is basically saying, okay, I can now create chatbot from here itself very neatly, very seamlessly. And I can store values, I can collect information, I can book appointments, and I can create multiple chatbot flows right from here itself. Moreover, I can have single product messages, multiple product messages, I can build catalogs from here itself, and I can just go on. So that is what I can do from here. I can manage my catalogs, I can have my products, I can connect catalogs, I can do that everything from this particular platform itself. Going to manage, I have multiple, we have 300 plus template messages for you, from which you can choose and you can just submit them, and you can just get them approved very seamlessly. Approval takes hardly 1 minute. I can, and then there are multiple features, right? There is a welcome message, there is an off hours message, there are agents, you can add multiple agents, you can turn them to a manager, all of that stuff. You can have analytics, chat analytics, agent analytics. You can see that, okay, which agent has intervened, which chats, all of that. You can connect these platforms to your own software, to your own, APIs, and you can just trigger messages from on based on multiple app events from your own end, right? Moving on to notifications, you can enable push notifications also. You can turn this whole app into a mobile app very, very neatly, very seamlessly. Further on, for integrations, we have multiple integrations here from Razorpay, Pabbly, Shopify, Lead Squad, Warehouse, MoEngage, WebEngage, CleverTap, all of it. And then e-commerce. So you can set up your e-commerce store. You can set up. We have pre-built flows, and you can just set up these flows, and you can just get started. So yeah, this is how you actually go. And WhatsApp is launching some amazing features, and once you start doing these things, you can do a lot of things. Like if I go for click to WhatsApp ads, once you start click to WhatsApp ads, how can you use those leads? You can send an offer, you can build their persona and qualify them, you can send catalog messages, you can retargeting via ads, and a lot of that. Next is WhatsApp catalogs, chatbot builder. I've already taken it through. WhatsApp payments is coming soon. So yes, WhatsApp payments is something that is very beautiful. So get started today on WhatsApp so that you can just get the right usage. Our platform is built in such a manner that it will guide you in a lot of places that you can, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that, right? You can do this, you can do that. So that was it from my side. I would love to take some questions. Uh, you can just jot them down in the comment section, and just we can just have it.
So, people, if you have any questions, please jot them down in the comment box. And Gautam, your whole session was precise yet very comprehensive. It was the statistics and the facts you used; they were very interesting, and it was very interesting. And we learned a lot from you.
Thanks a lot.
And
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for
and
having me.
so people who are using WhatsApp or who want to use WhatsApp for their business to grow, this is the time you enter your query down in the comment box, ask them to Gotham. He will sort down your query and you will be on roll. So yeah, thank you Gotham, thank you for
Thanks a lot.
enlightening us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
So guys, our final speaker of the day will be Mr. Bhautik Sheth. We have understood how social media, WhatsApp, advertising, everything can leverage AI. But now it's the time to balance that alignment with the human behavior. With more than 16 years of experience, I welcome Mr. Bhautik Sheth. He has trained more than 60,000 people in digital marketing through seminars, webinars, workshops, and training programs on digital marketing at the national as well as international levels. He has been rendering his services as a digital marketing consultant to SMEs, large scale businesses, the service industry, and startups. He has worked with more than 110 companies as a consultant. He has received many awards, which shows his result oriented leadership and commitment to his work. So, without any further ado, let us welcome Mr. Bhautik Sheth, who will address us on balancing AI and user behavior to enhance engagement. Over to you, Bhautik.
Okay, thank you so much, Janki, and a very good evening to all of you. And I wish very happy social media day to all of you as well. I'm very much thankful to Mehak and Gautam for sharing their views, and I think thank you so much for setting up the tempo. So, guys, I think already it is 7:15, and I know that I have to wind up with my session. But believe me, this is going to be a very interesting, I can say, the topic, that is the balancing artificial intelligence and human behavior that you require as a social media marketer to boost your engagement. Now, when I say that you need required to boost your engagement, we also understand that until unless we don't engage people on the social media, it is very difficult to get the conversion. And the people who are already practicing social media marketers, you must be dealing with so many different types of contents, not only on Facebook or Instagram, but now also on LinkedIn, Twitter, and all the other social networking sites. You also understand that all these content types have different flavors. So those were the days when you used to create a single content, and the same single content you could post on all the different social media platforms. But now the things have changed, and this is the reason that I have decided to select this particular topic. So why this topic? The reason is very clear, that the AI tools, all of the sudden, thanks to ChatGPT, all of the sudden AI tools have started creating a buzz in the market. And specifically, if you see the Indian market, the context of the Indian market, most of the people, they are doing their own social media marketing. And the brands who can afford the huge budget, they go to the marketing agencies, and they spend lakhs of rupees every month. But what about the mid-sized businesses, the small businesses? These are the businesses who are normally doing their own social media marketing, the startup owners, and especially in the small towns. For these people, for business owners, these AI tools are proving like God for them. But the point is what? Do they actually understand that how to leverage these AI platforms? We all started talking a lot about ChatGPT a couple of months back, but now you see there are hundreds and thousands of AI applications and the web apps, and everything is coming each and every day. Now it has become a little bit difficult even to identify the good AI platform, number one, and second, which AI platform can actually solve our problem. But whatsoever your decision may be regarding the AI platform or AI tool, the major thing remains the same. That do we understand that what kind of content we need to generate? So that is the gap. So guys, we need to understand, we need to go a little bit back. We need to clear our fundamentals first, because at the end of the day, whatsoever we do on social media, and it doesn't matter that what kind of tools the IT companies are developing, but very important thing is, do we understand the basics of the communication in marketing? Do we understand the fundamentals of advertisements? Because that is always going to remain the same. That is the foundation. If you understand the foundation well, and then if you understand that how to use the AI tools, I believe that it would be a cherry on the cake for your content. So I'll start with the PSCT principles, that is PACT principles of advertising. This is one of the very old advertising principles that stands for positioning, advertising, copy, and testing. Now, these are kind of principles that defines not only the advertisement position, but also it takes to the end level of the advertisement, the content that the companies they use till the testing. So to check the performance of the content. Now, these were the principles and the advertising models which were created in the non-internet era, or you can say that was an era when technology was not dominating the Indian or the global marketing industry or the global advertising industry. So the overall purpose of coming up with the pact was the basic the content evaluation. It means the marketers they used to use these particular principles to evaluate their content, specifically to the objective to the content. So you need to identify the what is the objective of the content. Those were the days, once again, when once in the month or maybe once in a 2 months or 3 months, the company used to spend money on print media, on radio, on television. And whenever they used to spend money, one thing was sure, that the budget was very huge. And that was the reason that they had to identify their objective. They had to be very clear with the content objective. But now in the context of the social media, we create content each and every day. Sometimes we create multiple content on the platforms like Instagram. We create a very different kind of content for YouTube. We create a very different kind of content for LinkedIn. And at the same time, if your audience is there on the Snapchat, your objective to create the content would be different. So, guys, if you are really using any AI tools right now, then first of all, identify the objective of each and every social networking platform and align your objective with the different platforms. It will help you a lot later on. The content evaluation goes till the performance measurement. So we call it the KPIs. You should identify the different KPIs. Now, there can be certain common KPIs for mostly all the social media platforms, but then there are different KPIs that you need to cater to. And when you go beyond the social media platforms, you go to your web analytics, you go to your Google ad campaigns and the OTT ad campaigns, then again the key KPIs would be little bit different. So you have to be very much clear about what kind of performance measurement you are going to do on your social media platforms after posting your content. The human response to the stimuli. Guys, each and every piece of content need to generate certain stimuli, and you need to check the human response to that. So that is the reason that nowadays we see that most of the brands are very serious about the topical marketing and the memes and the trending content. The reason is they do not want to miss the human response to that ongoing industry stimuli, because they all want to leverage that. And I think there is nothing wrong into that. But even we know that it is very difficult for the creative people even sometimes to identify the kind of content related to that topical post or even the trend that is going on. So how can AI be helpful to that? Well, there might be certain AI tools that are also being used to generate the memes. So yes, even there will be the tool, or maybe there are already tools are available. But once again, do we understand how to utilize the best out of those tools? So that is going to be again an unanswered question. And not only that, we continuously create the content that can generate the repeated stimulus to your audience. If as a brand, if you are failed to generate that repeated stimulus, once again you need to work very hard to get back your audience, because we all know that the attention span has decreased a big time. If you go back 15, 20, 25 years, the attention span of the audience was very, very huge, but now it is very less. So it is again a big challenge to generate that repeated stimulus. So PICT principle, PAC principle, I believe that every marketer should go through, and they have to be very clear about that, because it will help them to understand, or rather it will help them to evaluate their content. And I think it is not only be helpful for them to evaluate the content that is going to be used in the social media ads, but it will be very much helpful for their day-to-day organic content. Because normally we see that day-to-day normally content, it is mostly focusing on the sales pitch, or you can say that the festival related things. But what else we can do beyond that? I think this will help you a lot as a marketer. Very similar to PSAT principles, the Dagmar approach is also very helpful. And this is another fundamental advertisement model that was very useful in the non-internet era. So Dagmar stands for defining advertising goals for measured advertising results. Now, this Dagmar approach, if we connect this advertising model along with the recent social media content, then you need to connect two things: the content goals and the content result. So once again, what is your goal? What goal you want to achieve through your content? And after creating the content, when you post or maybe you run the ad campaigns on social media, what content result that you are expecting out of it? So this Dagmar approach will help you to bridge the gap between the content goals and content results. So now, from tomorrow, the month of July is going to start. I think this will be very helpful to you immediately if you will if you'll use this for your next month's content. So the content goals and the content result, it focuses on certain things like persuade a prospective customer, avoid false impressions and misinformation. This is again, these two things are very important, that how you are persuading your prospective customers through your content. If the goal of the content is aligned with the requirement or the need of your prospective customers, then the result of the content would be in the favor of the brand, right? So that is one of the things that Dagmar approach tells us. Second thing, if you really want, you are very concerned about the results of each and every content, then this particular approach suggests that you should avoid the false impressions and spreading the misinformation. So let me tell you one thing. Even if you're writing that you are the best this and that, or you are the leading company of this and that, or you're number one company of this and that, this can generate the kind of false impression, or maybe this can be the misinformation to your audience, because while you're writing that you are leading, you are best, or maybe you are the number one company of something, you also need to prove that along with some factuals, the factual evidence. If you do not have something, then you should avoid writing such a thing into your content. The very solid CTA. Call to actions are always going to be the key, right? When you do your social media marketing. And if you generate a strong and solid CTA, that will help to generate more conversions. So Dagmar also says that how your target audience is going to buy your product. Now, buying the product in this era of social networking sites or the marketing on social media is all about creating a solid CTA. So I'll show you some examples after a few minutes, and it will help you to understand that what CTA can do. Okay, then the brand recognition. Do you create the kind of content that helps your audience to recognize your brand? Now, the point is that whenever we talk about the brand and we talk about the branding, we put a lot of emphasis on the colors of the brand and the logo and the symbol of the brand, right? They're very similar, like I'm wearing my brand T-shirt. But this is a very common thing that even the marketers are giving a lot of emphasis on their creatives on the social media. So is it really required? Is that the only thing that will help people to recognize your brand? Or do you really work very hard on the brand elements of your company that lately you want to communicate through your social media platforms? If you will understand the difference between these two things, I think it will become very easy for you to help people recognize your brand through your digital communication, through your social media, and it won't be something that you're sticking up with your brand colors or the if you're highlighting your logo each and every time, right? So this is again social media. People do not wish to see one thing each and every day. We will keep showing them the similar thing each and every day. Even the pattern of the designs, if you are going to show them each and every day, what we call the creative, the very fixed kind of format, your audience is going to get bored. And that is how slowly and steadily they start detaching with your content, and somehow your objective to create the brand recognition will not be fulfilled. And another Dagmar approach suggests that the benefits to the buyer. What kind of benefits your buyers are going to have after seeing your content? So the point is, if they are going to buy your product, they are going to buy your services, then how would be they benefited with your products or services? So if at all you are not talking about the benefits and the advantages that your buyers would have after buying your products and services, then again it is not going to generate the kind of overall result for your company. And I think it is also not going to help you to get the very good content result in terms of the performance. So these are certain points that I think the old Dagmar approach is suggesting, that when it was the time of the non-internet era and the brands were only using the traditional media for advertisement, because at that time the media was used only for the publicity and the advertisement. But now if you connect the same models with your recent social media communication, this would be your first step. and now you have to connect it with the AI. So these things will help you to make you understand that whenever AI tools are generating certain kind of content as per your requirement, what things the AI tools should consider. These all things you need to make sure that AI tools should consider at the time of generating the content. Now, as we know that artificial intelligence is not the original intelligence, it or natural intelligence, it's an artificial intelligence, right? So you cannot expect the softwares to understand everything that you as a marketer, as a human being, you want to create. Now, this will become your role as a marketer, as a social media marketer, to understand all these things and then guide or command your AI tools that can help you create the kind of content that will fulfill your such basic content requirement that was once upon the time was used for the traditional advertising media platforms. So if we create certain kind of messages through these AI tools, so what kind of appeals normally as a marketer we need to focus on? So there are basically four different major types of appeals, and there are so many subtypes of appeals within this major types of appeals. Like you see that there's a rational message, the appeal of the rational appeal, what you call it normally. So rational means the content that generates buying motives. So what kind of content is basically generating that buying motives? So after seeing the content, your audience should feel, no, this is clear. I need to buy this product. Why? Because this justifies everything. It makes sense. The content should make sense to your audience. If audience is seeing that, yeah, that is making sense, then I think you are always going to have that result. In the say of creativity, you cannot kill the rationality, and this mistake is being done by so many big agencies even. And in the name of the creativity, they forget a one very crucial appeal that you also need to generate that reason in the mindset of your audience that will push them to come and buy your product. So one appeal of your content can be rational appeal. Another would be emotional appeal. Now, when you talk about the emotional appeal, these are the appeals that stir up some negative or positive emotions to inspire to buy. Now, when I say inspired to buy, it can be buying your message that you are trying to pass through your content. It does not mean that buying the product or service, but whatever message you are giving, it is going to be bought by the people. It reminds me one of the cinema commercial that many of you also might have seen when you used to watch movies in the theaters, in the cinemas. There was an advertisement of the person who used to chew tobacco, and you could see that everything was affected with the cancer. And he used to say that don't eat cancer, right? Don't eat tobacco rather, because it will cause the cancer. Now that was the negative emotional appeal that that particular very small video commercial was talking about. Now when you see again this kind of messages, emotional messages that is generating that negativity, you will buy that message, right? So their agenda is to sell you the message, even though if you have something very positive that connects with your heart. And it reminds me the advertisements of dairy milk, the Cadbury dairy milk, all the commercials of the dairy milk, the Cadbury dairy milk is all about the very positive emotions relationship. Now you see that as the festival season starts, we'll keep seeing from Raksha Bandhan to Diwali, this and then the Valentine's Day. This Cadbury will come up with a series of content, the series of commercials that is purely focusing on that emotional aspect of the content. Then comes direct and indirect content. Direct is something that clearly communicate with consumers about a given need followed by a message. Whereas indirect is very opposite to that. It do not emphasize the human need but hint at a need of it. Now, in case of the indirect, I can give an example of the mutual fund Sahi Hai. Now, if you remember that ad, right? Mutual fund Sahi Hai. So whenever you see that ad, there's always the indirect message to a common man, a very middle class man in that TV commercial, who he keep talking about that yes, you need to invest today so that one day you can buy this, or one day you can go to the foreign trip. So that is the indirect message appeal. So there are so many different types of appeal within these four major message appeals. And I think if you are creating the content on social media as well, you need to focus on any of these appeals. Mind well, it may not be possible to use any of the appeals in your day-to-day content. But yeah, when you are coming up with some campaigns, when you are running some ads, or maybe the organic campaigns, you can definitely look after to use any of the appeals, because these appeals will connect directly to your audience. Now, if you talk about the major types of social media content, these are the major type that almost all the social media platforms they use, right? Text content and the image, video content, music content. These are the four. It all started with the text content when chat gpt came, and it started giving you the reason. And before that, there's so many other ai based writing tools like write sonic and other writer and all those tools that the agency people, I think so many people working in the agency, they used to buy those, subscribe to those tools, and they used to take the help. But overall, not everybody was quite satisfied with the kind of output that these AI tools used to generate. But now it is not limited to text. You have image, you have video, you have music. There are different things that we require for our day-to-day social media content creation. And to help us, we have almost all different kind of tools available. But how you can take the advantage of all these tools? If you know how to write the prompt. So prompt is the bridge. This is the bridge that is going to help you, right, connect that human touch with your content, or the kind of, you can say, the human characteristics, your consumers characteristic, your audience behavior, everything you can connect with this prompt to the AI tools. If you learn the art of prompt, I think you will be going in the very right direction. Mind well, all these AI tools are right now in the very naive stage. They are almost into the beta stage. Now, slowly and steady, they are going further. Second thing is, all these tools are also focusing on the machine learning, and kind of they're the self-learning tools, and that is what the AI is all about. They keep learning by themselves, and the more and more people are going to use the different tools, and you can say that all the tools will become solid day by day. So meanwhile, if you can learn this, the art of writing the prompts, I think then you'll be in the very correct position to get the kind of content that you can lately use on the social media. So let's see a couple of examples that can give you the better idea. So you need to first understand that how you are going to create the prompt. So these are the four steps, and it's a very easy step to follow. And I think these steps will give you a clear-cut idea that how can I write the prompt. The first step to create the prompt is to identify your target audience. Just go and check who is your target audience. Now, this target audience is basically a very big population that we all know, because the bigger the population, the chances of you to reach out to your audience would be higher. So when you start a business, you know that which is your population, and that will be your target audience only. It can be smaller in the size, or it can be larger in the size, but at least you should be very much aware that who is your target audience. After identifying your target audience, the second thing that you can do is you can specify the target cohorts. Now, cohorts are the people that you are going to select on the basis of your ongoing campaigns. Always remember one thing, that digital or social is not always one to all. It is something that you can go one, not to all, but one to few. And you need to keep identify your cohorts. If your today's cohort to create the content is maybe the working professionals, tomorrow it would be the businessman, day after tomorrow it would be the working female with the age group between 25 to 45. So you need to identify your cohorts each and every week, or maybe each and every day. And after that, you can shift to your third step, that is creating the customer profile. So guys, if you want to target today the businessman, or tomorrow maybe the female, the working female between the age group of 25 to 45, You need to learn to create their customer profile. And this customer profile hugely depends on two things. Number one, the data that you have with you of your existing customers, and second thing, the data that you can get from your website and from your social media analytics. Get the data from there, collect the data from your existing customers, merge the data, try to understand the pattern, try to understand their psychography, their demography, their geography, the behavioristic approach, everything. If you can learn, and then if you create a very niche profile, then and then only you will go to the last step, that is, then you have to identify the content appeal and goal. Now you have to go back to identify what content appeal you are going to use out of these four, and what is your goal. You only want to reach out to your audience with your message, you want to engage them with your social media content, or you really want to get the conversion. So that would be coming at the fourth step. So this is the way you can create your prompt. Now, when it comes to AI tools and the prompt, as I say, there are hundreds of AI tools available to create the content. But if you see, there are certain reliable tools like ChatGPT is one of them. Obviously, Mid Journey is taking the pace very fast, and Mid Journey, I think, is going to change the way people have seen the emergence of these AI tools. Synthesia is there, Canva is there, HumanPal is there. So there are so many. So these are some of the tools that I have just written over here. And don't worry, I'm not going to show you how to use these tools, but yeah, I have some comparison using some of the tools, and I'll show you that what kind of mistakes we can avoid. I'm going to show you, I'm going to comparatively going to show by showing you the outcomes, the results that will make you understand that how the minor changes in the prompting can really give you the result that actually will help your audience to engage with your content. So this is first of all the chat GPT prompt. Now this is a very simple prompt that fulfills the fundamental need to write the Facebook post for the announcement. Deliberately in my some of the examples I have done my typo, the kind of error. I just wanted to see, and I just wanted to even show to you guys that whether this typo makes any difference in the outcome or not. But fortunately, the AI tools are smart enough to understand that they are ignoring the typo. They understand what exactly you are trying to convey. So these prompts, if you cannot read, I can read it out. That write a short I have written instead of short. Write a short Facebook caption announcing upcoming new batch for Master Digital Marketing course. Call 98256 56211 for more details. Keep the length of the caption within 160 characters. This is my command that I have given to ChatGPT, and now you can see read what prompt, what ultimate the content that ChatGPT is created to me. Exciting news! Join our upcoming Master Digital Marketing course. Limited is available. Call the number for details and then one hashtag. And if you see, there are two emojis also being used by the chat gpt. So this is my one prompt. Now I am refining my prompt. It is more defined prompt. It is informing about the target audience, message goal, and the content appeal as well. Another thing that I made sure that I did not write the phone number. In the initial prompt, I specified my phone number. In my second, I'm not going to mention my phone number, but I'm going to tell them the hey, write a CTA. Now, how my second prompt is seen. So this prompt is act as a social media marketing head of the company with over 15 years of experience. Write a Facebook caption to announce upcoming Master Digital Marketing course. The target audience is startup owners whose age is between 25 to 35 years. Add an emotional appeal to the caption showing a great concern for their business. Add a killer CTA, that is call to action. Don't use hashtags and emojis. Keep the caption limited to 160 characters. Now, in this thing, although I mentioned don't use the emojis, but as you can see now in the reply, ChatGPT is showing that. So, what is the ultimate answer? Now, this you can identify the difference. Attention, startup owners, level up your business game with our Master Digital Marketing course. Now, this business game is something that connects the startup owners with their own business. Hence, It is one of the factors that the chat GPT has connected with my prompt. We understand your dreams, another emotional content, your passion, and your business. Join us now and take your business to the new heights. Every startup owners, they are very curious and very keen to take their business to the next height very fast in no time, right? And then, as I mentioned, add a killer CTA call to action, then reserve your spot today. So that is the kind of FOMO that you have to reserve today itself. And because I did not mention any phone number or the link, there's in the bracket CTA link that you have to put. Now, guys, if you compare this and the previous one, you can definitely see the second one will be far better. It is having that emotional appeal, and I can directly copy this the caption, and I can use not only on Facebook but maybe with all my different social media platforms along with my creative. So this is how ChatGPT can really help you if you understand, you as a marketer, you understand that what is the gap. If you understand the gap, you can fulfill the gap in your prompt. Example number one. Let's go to the example number two. Now this is a Canva. So Canva also gives you this option as an application that can help you generate the images out of the text. So this is the first prompt on Canva, a very simple prompt to generate an image from the text, though the image also shows a boy writing, and the prompt is about reading. If you can read down there below these images, the prompt is a boy reading a book. Simple, a boy reading a book. And now you can see the first image is about reading, second is about writing, third is about reading, and fourth is about writing. So this is not something that I wanted. Now I'm changing my prompt. Now I'm being bit more specific, and still result is not satisfactory but far better than the previous result. So now my prompt is a British skiing boy reading a book with no expression on his face. Now the first, second, and the fourth one is reading the book, but the third one is something a Brahmin boy is looking towards somebody, but and there's no expression on his face, but he is not reading. He may have that book on his lap, but it is not been visible in the image itself. But at least I can, out of four, I'm getting three images that I can use for my further content creation. So this is again, if you can see, this was the first one. I was not clear about my requirement, and I became again. If you see, the emotional appeal that I had to write in this particular prompt was with no expression. That was my emotional appeal that I wanted to generate from my creative, the image, the photograph that I wanted to generate from the Canva. This was the example number two. Now going to the third and last example. This is from another AI app called Starry AI, right? So it's an AI application that again helps you generating that the photos and the illustrations and the images. So it's again a very beautiful startup, the AI that you can use for sure. Although it's a paid one, but limited for a limited credits you can use every month. So the first prompt, if you can, a very simple command again to create an illustration. If you can read an Indian origin child walking in a park, very simple. An Indian origin child walking in a park, nothing else. But now you see the kind of the result that I'm seeing. It looks like an Indian origin boy is walking. So very simple. But now I'm becoming more clear with my prompt. The second one is to see again the more defined prompt, informing about the color of the skin, mood, and expression. Now you read an Indian origin child, again the spelling mistake, whose the typo, skin color is fair, is walking in a park. His face is happy and he's smiling. Now you see, this is something that I really was looking for. Actually, this picture was in my mind when I was trying to write my prompt. I wanted to see a boy coming from the front or maybe coming from the side where his face is clearly visible, and he should be happy and he should have some smile on the face. And not only that, but when he walks, I wanted to see that he walks like he's very happy. And now you compare this one, it looks a very tired boy going home after completion of school with the bag, and now you see a fresh boy enjoying himself and just taking the long steps, and he's very happy. This is again the emotional appeal that I wanted to show with my prompt. So, guys, these three examples are actually telling us that AI can work as per our requirement. But the thing is that what Janki was saying previously, that can AI take our job? Can AI throw few people out? I think AI is never going to replace the humans. But one thing is very sure, as a marketer at least, you as a marketer, you should learn to give commands. If you know how to give commands, I think AI can act you as your friend. These applications, these tools are definitely going to help you a lot. They've been created to reduce your work. They have been created to shorten the time that you normally take to when you work manually, and also you need to learn to bring that human characteristics in your commands. If you can develop these two skills, I think you can become the very good friend of all the AI tools that are now available in the market. So, guys, don't just go and start jumping onto it and start using it, because, as I said earlier, the bigger brands, you don't know whether they're using it or not. And even if they're using it, or maybe the team, their agencies are using, they are using very smartly. As Mahek has shown that example of Coca Cola commercial. But at the same time, when we see the local business people, the small business owners, and the mid-sized business owners or the SMEs and MSMEs, they just feel that because it is there on internet and internet is free for all, everything will come for free. I think nothing comes for free. You have to subscribe to it, and you need to learn to leverage the platforms to which you are subscribing to. And guys, that was my part of the day. And thank you so much for listening to me. And if at all you have any question, if at all you have any query, I think you can definitely ask me.
Um, Hello, Bautik. Thank you for this insightful presentation. And the only word that describes this whole session is lucid. Very precise, that too on this very deep topic. The way you broke down topics through different approaches and different perspectives was commendable. I mean, you actually covered all the angles and gave our attendees a 360-degree view of AI as well as aspect of human behavior. We are so privileged to have you here. Thank you, Bhatik. It was nice to have you here with so much of understanding and so much of experience. It was really great to have you. Thank you. Now we come to the end of the event. And on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend a warm and heartfelt gratitude to all of you for participating in this remarkable webinar. First and foremost, our deepest appreciation goes to our esteemed speakers. We are immensely grateful for your time, expertise, and insightful presentations. A special word of thanks goes to our associate partners and partners for their generous support. Furthermore, I want to acknowledge the technical team's impeccable webinar management. And lastly, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you attendees. Thank you. Your active participation, insightful questions, and enthusiasm made this webinar very engaging and interactive, and that too, especially on a Friday evening. Thank you. It was a great learning experience with you all, and we are leaving with the hope of meeting you next year again for the ninth Social Media Day. Yeah. Bye bye and have a very happy weekend. Thank you.